Before today's video starts, I need your ideas for Community Canyon. I'll be getting the park in the next few days, so we do need ideas. I've got a few ideas already, but we still need a coaster, we need flat rides, we need shops and storylines, of course. Now the overall theme for my area of Community Canyon is a fishing town, much like Iceland at Europa Park, so do keep that in mind when suggesting your ideas. Now sit back and enjoy today's Alton Towers video. Good afternoon everyone, and welcome back to another video of Planet Coaster Alton Towers. Today we are moving up the X sector hill towards the tower ruins, and we're going to be working on just chicken, nothing else, just the chicken, and we are also going to be working on the lockers and the entrance area of Oblivion. So yeah, with that being said, if you do enjoy these daily Planet Coaster Alton Towers videos, then please do consider subscribing, because it helps out the channel a lot more than you think. With that being said, let's get into the first time lapse of today's video. So then, to start things off, I'm doing the locker area and the whole entrance area of Oblivion, and to be honest, I think I should talk about how the locker system works in America, because the American parks, you're not allowed to bring any bags or any loose articles at all into the queue line. There's no bag storage on the ride platform or within the queue line, so essentially you have to pay for a locker in the American parks, and it's quite odd that you have to do that. Over in this country, of course, you can bring them into the queue line. There is storage on the station platform, or if it's not in the station platform, you hand it in before you get to the station and you get a wristband like with Wicker Man and Walking Dead the Ride. So it's just a bit weird that American parks make you pay for it. So in my opinion, if you have to use a locker, they should be free. And I think Universal Orlando do that with Hulk. You're not allowed anything in the queue line for Hulk, so they don't make you pay for the locker, but you still have to use it. But with Six Flags and Cedar Fair, no, they make you pay for the locker, and it's just a bit stupid. And here, just to talk about what I'm actually doing in Planet Coaster, just doing this small little locker shelter thing. It's not really a building, it's basically a shelter, and of course there's the test seat next to it for Oblivion. And you know, this kind of whole area I did leave out when I was doing Oblivion's entrance. Of course, the grassy area next to Rehydrator as well. I'll be doing that in just a few minutes time, but I did leave this out, and I did go back and do it in this episode. I was tempted whether or not to put it in an episode or not, because, you know, I know it's kind of a small thing, but I want these videos to reflect every single little bit of this entire project. So yeah, let's just put it in the video. Yeah, there I'm just using TMTK pieces to do the shed. I love those TMTK pieces so much. I did them for the maintenance shed and the station of Oblivion. I've also been doing them for Just Chicken, which will be later on in the video. Of course, here I'm just putting in a test seat. And Oblivion's test seat's kind of weird because it's not just a seat, but you've also got like kind of a car recreation of Oblivion there with the test seat. I wasn't able to do that in Planet Coaster because I couldn't find any pictures of it at all, so I had no idea what it kind of looked like. I know it kind of looked like Oblivion's shuttle, but yeah, it was kind of difficult to do. Here I'm doing the grassy area, the trees and everything, just by Rehydrate. I did leave this out. I did the grassy area on the other side ages ago, actually, that was. But yeah, I did leave this out, so I'm doing it now. And the reason why I left it out was because I hadn't done a terrain yet. And in last episode, of course, I did X-Site and all the terrain around here. So yeah, we can finally do this grassy area. And just doing the stairs here, it's kind of weird because I never really go around this area. I just go on Oblivion. I never really go around Rehydrator. I've never been around this area, even though it's there. I've seen it, but just never really walk around there. Now in the background you might see the path and then the terrain. I use the sand, I just did it there. It looks horrible, I know it looks horrible, but the thing is, there's literally nothing I can do about it. Unfortunately, that's the way I'm having to do that. The terrain system with the path system is utterly horrible. There's not enough tools in Planet Coaster to be able to do the path of Alton Towers and, you know, the path of X Sector especially. So I just found a terrain paint that matched the path I was using the best, and that turned out to be the sand terrain paint. Even though it doesn't look that great, it's just going to be something we've got to live with, unfortunately, and it's kind of annoying. So in this part, let's just enjoy some cinematics of the lockers and the grassy area by Rehydrator. So for the second part of today's video, I'm going to be building the Just Chicken building, well, or Fried Chicken Co as it used to be known, or even before Fried Chicken Co, it used to be KFC, and I'm starting off with doing the whole grassy area that houses this big tree that strides over Oblivion's drop. It's, this is why I love Alton Towers, where the coasters can still be absolutely amazing, but the trees can still manage to reach the top of the coasters like this one does. And it is quite fascinating, actually, the fact that Alton Towers has the tree line rule, because you'd expect with a park, if the park got a tree line rule, then their coasters wouldn't really be big, they wouldn't really be thrilling coasters, would they? There would be small family coasters maybe. But no, Alton Towers manage with it, and every single one of the coasters is below the tree height, and for those that are just above it, like Rita, they actually repaint the track green at the top of Rita, because it goes slightly above the tree line, even though you can't really see Rita from outside the park at all, they still paint it green, just in case. Probably during the winter months when there's less leaves on the trees, you might be able to see it. Here I'm doing the pillars that hold up the roof for Fried Chicken Co. I think I'm just going to call it Fried Chicken Co. from now on, because I prefer that name to Just Chicken. For me, Just Chicken, sorry, is it's kind of a weird name. It's very peculiar why Merlin decided to rebrand Fried Chicken Co. to Just Chicken, because they didn't just do it with Towers, they also did it with Chessington. I'm losing my words here. But yeah, all the Fried Chicken Co's across Merlin Park were renamed to Just Chicken. Maybe it's some sort of copyright thing. Maybe, I don't know, some other company said, hey, you can't call it Fried Chicken Co, and Merlin had to rebrand it. I don't really know, but it's kind of an odd one. And it's also odd that Fort Park don't have Merlin food outlets. Instead, they've still got Burger King and KFC instead of Fried Chicken Co, and the Burger Kitchen, I think, is the Merlin version of Burger King. But it's peculiar that Fort Park have it, but the rest of Merlin parks don't. Don't know why Fort Park has it. Maybe it's just difference in operations. I don't really know. Here I'm just getting the rulers out again to make sure that the two central grey pillars are in the right place. They're in the centre like they should be. And yeah, I found these quite difficult to do because they have that sort of pitched top to them. They're not just a flat top, but they're slanted. And of course it's kind of difficult to do a shape like that in Planet Coaster, because there's not really a specific piece that you can use. So yeah, it was kind of a bit iffy to do that. Here I'm actually starting the roof now. This whole building was a pain to do, honestly. It was the most boring building I've ever built in Planet Coaster. It was the most frustrating one as well, and it's actually the reason why there wasn't an episode yesterday, because this was supposed to be yesterday's episode, but after building this building for a few hours, I just thought, God, this is so boring to build, and I just didn't want to do it because it was so boring, it was so horrible. So I said, no, let's just not do a video today, and I went back to it this morning to do even more work on it, and eventually I got it done. But it's just kind of a weird building. I hate it, and I don't know really. It's also kind of weird how it's right on the terrain, because it's so up on the hill that the whole roof and the whole building is slanted basically. Like, you walk down the stairs to a lower level around Smiler's entrance, and then on the upper levels where you order and more seating areas up there, it's kind of weird, to be honest. But I'm actually going to leave you here. I'm only going to do a few tree areas here with the queue times board as well, that's here in X Sector, and there's going to be a few cinematics in a few minutes time, so do stay tuned for that at the end of the video. But yeah, thank you very much for watching today's Planet Coaster Alton Towers video. If you're not already subscribed, then please do consider subscribing, because it helps out the channel a lot more than you think. And with that being said, I'll see you in tomorrow's Alton Towers Planet Coaster video. Goodbye.
you.